everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name's Judith Taby. If you're new, thank you so much for checking out this video. And if you're returning, I truly appreciate you being here. Today, we are doing a pick a pile of what you need to release, let go, surrender. So let's get our 4 cards. Can we have 4 cards, please? What do they need to release, let go, and surrender? Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, got too many there. Thank you. Pile 3. And one more, please. Thank you. Pile 4. And then let's, instead of crystals, we're going to do some clip pins and clips. So pile 1, you have the push pin. Pile 2, you have the clothespin. Pile 3, you have the binder clip. And pile 4, you have the person, human clip. So take a moment. See which pile you're drawn to. You could be drawn to more than one, and that's okay. I will see you at your piles. Hey everybody, you selected pile 1, which was the push pin. And your card is Leap of Fortune. Okay, so let's get your cards. Pile 1. Thank you. Pile 1 viewers, can we have 1 card please for them? What do they need to release, let go of, surrender? I got too many here. Can we have 1 card please for pile 1 viewers? Thank you. Viewers, what do they need to release, let go of, surrender? 1 card please for pile 1 viewers. Viewers, what do they need to release? Okay, then let's get some tarot. What does pile 1 viewers need to release, surrender? Okay. That's too many. Thank you. Okay. These decks were shuffled, but they want me to shuffle them. Okay, pile 1 viewers, thank you. Pile 1 viewers, what do they need to release, surrender, let go of? Can we have 1 more card, please? No. 1 more card, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, pile 1 viewers. So we're gonna, the overall energy is leap of fortune. We'll put that right there. Then we have whale, wisdom keeper. Surrender to silence in quiet meditation or contemplation. Let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. And what's immediately standing out to me is the ocean is right here. So this, I'm getting lighthouse energy, even though this is not a lighthouse, it is a castle. Make sure you focus. There you go. It's a castle, but I feel like I'm getting lighthouse energy with that. Put that here. We have see with your heart. The time is now to hear the messages. Okay, so definitely you've got to sit in quiet meditation to hear the messages that have been sent to you. Uncord relationships, let go now. Forgiveness is freedom. Okay, so lots of let go here. So these are the right cards for this reading. All right, I'm gonna slide this. Let's put you here. Make sure everything fits so you can see it. And then we have the Hierophant, which talks of knowledge. The Page of Pentacles, visionary. The Hermit in reverse. Oh, they want me to put this in the upright. Solitude, going into quiet meditation is going into solitude, and that's when the wisdom will come. You have the Five of Pentacles, isolation. Okay, this is getting very clear to me. 11 of Earth. Wow, okay. So we have the Hermit again and the Hierophant again. And the Eight of Pentacles. Five of Wands. And the Judgment in reverse. Okay, pile one viewers. You're getting repeated messages here of You have to go into hermit mode. You have to go into isolation, solitude. And when you're in that quiet meditation and contemplation, you have to let go of all those thoughts that are in your head. Enter that stillness. Be silent. And in that silence, you will be able to heal and replenish yourself. And it's saying, see with your heart. That's how you're going to hear the messages. And when you go into hermit mode, in your particular case, it's not to go in and get into your head. It's to go in into your heart. Very clearly here, the heart chakra is resonates to the color green, and you've got a lot of green here with the frogs, and in this card as well. They want me to read from the book here because this is very interesting. It's, let me see if I can focus. You've got the owl, which represents wisdom and knowledge. You've got the bear. You've got the wolf, the horse, the ram. You've got a scroll here, math, like, and the all ever seeing eye. So this is the 11 of earth. It represents heaven and earth. So as you see, on one half it's a human, and the other half is the elemental, which represents the spiritual side. It speaks of above and below, nature and humanity, material and immaterial. So separation is an illusion, is what's in spirit, a spiritual being in a physical body. These are things you need to remember. The ordinary is magical, and the magical is ordinary. And the whale card also says wisdom keeper. So you surrendering to silence will be very cathartic and healing to you, because the wisdom that you need, I'm sorry, I didn't refocus this. The time is now to hear the messages. So you going into this solitude, you going into this hermit mode, the wisdom that you hold within you, you have not tapped into it yet, because it's within your heart, not within your brain. It's like I'm seeing a lot of third eyes here, a lot of even this says visionary. Where you're focusing is in the wrong location within you. I mean, for the repeating of the Hierophant, the knowledge that you know, and what they're showing me with this Eight of Pentacles is he's hammering away on these pentacles on an anvil. But to me, this mallet, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like a heart to me. All this work that you need to, they're saying forage, but all the hard work that you need to start doing is going to be from within your heart, not your head. Again, your spiritual knowledge is within your heart, is not. So the Five of Wands, there's a lot of fighting and quarreling going on, because you, and this represents you, you've been in your head. You're logically and humanly trying to navigate, and you're battling it's like you're battling, they're showing me that you're battling all your spirit guides, all your people all your angels and guides that are trying to help you. You're fighting them all off because you're thinking with your head rather than your heart. Yep, because the Judgment card, this is interesting too, because it's a bride and groom. But the Judgment came out in reverse. Yeah, so you're blocking your own ascension. You're blocking your own spiritual awakening because you're going at it the wrong way. Okay, they want me to read Uncored Relationships, number 4. Let go now. Forgiveness is freedom. Your unicorn loves you with a high, pure love. These perfect beings cannot comprehend the attachments we make on earth. But they have enormous compassion for us and will help us to let go of any that are holding us back. So again, these earthly attachments, money, right? And pentacles represent coin, represent money. So you need to smash this attachment that you have to these earthly things. Any lower emotions you are harboring against someone may be perfectly justified when examined from the limitations and ego beliefs of this lifetime. However, your guidance is to release them all now. Consider how you could have attracted that person's behavior. What might have occurred in other lifetimes? Are they teaching you something important in this one? A desire for a particular outcome or a lack of forgiveness binds your soul to someone else's. How many more years or even lifetimes are you prepared to be chained to this person? When you can happily bless a person who has wronged you and visualize them receiving whatever they want or need, you are free. Then your unicorn can joyfully replace all you have lost and more. They can return money and possessions multiplied and restore and enhance your reputation. They can bring you greater love, success, health, and happiness. Yeah, so you need to, by you smashing the attachment to all your material world, earthly possessions, believe it or not, when you release that and let that go, more will come. Unconditional love does not form binding cords, so you can never lose true love. Your guidance is to scan back through the years for anyone, dead or alive, who still may be influencing you. Then ask your unicorn to set you both free. Uncord relationships to set yourself free. So you call your unicorn in. And again, this is as above, so below, heaven and earth. You're blocking your own spiritual growth. So call in your unicorn, and that's, I know for a lot of you, you're like, I'm hearing it now. Unicorns don't exist. Please don't put that energy into this world. They do. And they are here to help us. Call in your unicorn. So surrender to your silence and go within your heart, and that wisdom will come. It will lovingly enfold you in pure love. See with your heart. Imagine one or more people you are attached to. Tell them you want to release any lower energies between you. What are the attachments like? They may present themselves to you as chains or ropes or daggers or something else. I'm seeing a lot of like you have a lot of pentacles here. So for some of you, it is a lot of coin. Do you financially help people a lot, or are you financially dependent on someone and they hold that over you? Mentally say to the other people, I set us free. Ask your unicorn to dissolve any cords with light from its horn. Know that unicorns will bless the other people with whatever their heart's desires. Unicorn blessings are now showering over you too. And the affirmation you should say is, I am free to be myself. So, your overall energy, this card was Leap of Fortune. And I kept talking about money, right? Luck is something we can manifest by seeing and acting on an opportunity when it arises. Yes, we make our own luck, but we can only do so if we are willing to live in the present and not in our heads. I know. We only see opportunities if we are open to them. Not only does Frog come to tell you that a little good fortune might be coming your way, it also comes with a gentle reminder that you are the creator of your own good fortune. There's something else Frog excels at, and that is taking a leap. I'm hearing a leap of faith into your spirituality. We have less chance of finding the answers we seek if we are afraid to look. We will not succeed or fail if we are not willing to try. Frog asks if you have allowed doubts and fears to blind you or to prevent you from taking a chance. Yeah, your fear and doubt has prevented you from connecting with God, with the angels, with your spirit guides, with the unicorns, with all that's available to you, all the resources that's available to you. Take a leap into the unknown and trust that you will land right where you need to. In a final message, Frog offers that sometimes it is better not to seek good fortune, but to look at your life and recognize how fortunate you are. So they're bringing me to this card again. Look at all the support you have, that you are. Sorry, let's get my camera focusing. There we go. You have so much angelic support, spiritual support, and you have been battling and fighting them and ignoring them. Why would you want to do that? They're all here to help you. When you connect with the heavenly realm, with the spiritual realm, that ball and chain will become untethered from you. And it's interesting too, in this card, that light, that healing unicorn light, is going right to her heart. See with your heart. The time is now to hear the messages. Okay, Pile 1 viewers, I hope this helped. If it did, please click the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, just click on that tab at the end of the video. I truly appreciate you being here. Please like, share, subscribe, and make a comment. Let me know how, what things have been, what have you seen and ignored? I'm curious as to what they've been showing you and that you're ignoring, but now you have to acknowledge it. Okay? Duplicates the Hierophant and the Hermit. Knowledge, solitude will bring you wisdom. I look forward to connecting with you next time, Pile 1 viewers. Get unstuck. Release. You've got your set in your ways pinned up on the cork board. It's time to uncork yourself. I'm hearing let go and let God. Love and light. Hey, Pile 2 viewers. You selected the clothespin. And your card is Seek Inspiration. All right, let's get the rest of your cards. Pile 2 viewers, what do they need to let go of, release, surrender? Pile 2 viewers, what do they need to let go of, release, and surrender? Thank you. Now you get 2 cards, okay? Pile 2 viewers, what do they need to release, let go of, and surrender? Thank you. Pile 2 viewers, what do they need to release, let go of, and surrender? Okay, just the bottom one. Okay. What does Pile 2 viewers need to release, let go of, and surrender? And we have 1 card, please. Thank you. Pile 2 viewers, what do they need to release, let go of, and surrender? Thank you. What does Pile 2 viewers need to release, let go of, and surrender? Thank you. What does Pile 2 viewers need to release, let go of, and surrender? Oh, just 1 card, please. 1 card for Pile 2 viewers. Okay. What does Pile 2 viewers need to release, let go of, and surrender? What does Pile 2 viewers need to release, let go of, and surrender? interact with these. All right, they want you to have all of those. Okay. So we have seek inspiration. We have justice documents with scales. We have crown, success and pride. You are healing your heart. The heart hurts, but it will mend in time. Number 33. Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Right? Success and pride, you've got to crown yourself. Access your gifts. Explore your treasure chest. Accept who you truly are. Number 10. Okay. All right, so they want me to put this here. All right, we have number 12. Two of Swords and the Knight of Cups. We have the King of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Are those peaches? All right, we have the Tower, the Fool, the Two of Pentacles, the Empress, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. All right. You are healing your heart. And her heart is highlighted here. She's wearing a crown of flowers, has angel wings, and what's interesting to me is the flower is a color of peaches. It's a peach color. And there are flies on these peaches. Now, in spirituality, the peach is one of the fruits of the gods and the goddesses. It is a very highly favored fruit in the spiritual realm. Very sacred. And you're covered in flies, so you've felt that you aren't this empress. All right, so in this deck, this card, number 12, represents love. Love for self. Expansion. Experience love in all its forms. Your love will shape you or break you. Loving who we are. Honor your body as a temple. Stop. Okay. I'm gonna show you in the book. It says, stop making comparisons. You see that right there? Stop making comparisons. Ladies and gentlemen, surrender comparisons with other people. You can't make this, like I tell people all the time, the cards don't lie. Because all these, like, all right, they're having me, I'm stepping away for a second on you, and I'm sorry, but someone needs to hear this, because cards are not, these are not just tarot, tarot decks and oracle decks are not like to predict your future or dark magic or evil or the devil work. These cards were created by human beings on this earth who were directed, given inspiration spiritually from Father God, Mother Goddess Creatrix, from their angel guides, so every card has been uniquely and distinctly created for someone to receive a message. That's why every tarot deck, all these different tarot decks are all different. The visualizations are different. The meanings, like, yes, for example, the Two of Pentacles represents balance, or it could represent juggling, because it, some cards have, he's balancing on one foot and he's got two pentacles in his hands and he's trying to juggle them, but that really speaks of balance or making a decision. You have two choices and you have to make a decision. Here it's two birds. So even though each card, even oracles, where like in this deck it says crown, which speaks of success and pride, but not in a sin way, because pride is one of the sins. But in this deck here, we're seeing a woman who has not put the crown on her head. It's floating above her head. So this card can be interpreted different ways, but the visual of it was given to this person who created this deck for you to receive your message. So for some, I'm sorry that I'm giving a tarot deck lesson here, but tarot decks originated from playing cards, like cards that you play poker with, or gin rummy, or solitaire. Those playing decks are also tarot, because the each deck suit represents an element. Like a Two of Hearts playing card is the Two of Cups, because hearts represent, cups represent emotion, love. The Two of Diamonds is the Two of Pentacles, because diamonds are jewels, represent wealth and material, which represents coins represented by pentacles. So in the and kings and queens and jacks are knights. So even you can receive message. Okay, so yes, I'm sorry, pile 2 viewers, but this is a general reading, so there's some of you need to hear this message. That's regardless of what your spread is here. You need to connect more with your spiritual guides and your angels. And if you have trouble in getting that connection or receiving messages, or you're watching these tarot readings and you're feeling that doesn't really apply to me because it's too vague or general, get out a playing card deck. Do you have a deck of cards at home? Get it out. Shuffle it really well. And while you're first of all, you're going to take your deck of cards and you're going to knock 3 times on it. And that's to shake off and release any energy that was attached to that deck. It could be the people who manufactured the deck, their energies on these cards. The people who packaged them and put them in the boxes and shipped them off to the stores, their energies are on that deck. The store clerk who put it on the shelf, or who's in the warehouse and packed it into a box to ship to you. There's a lot of energy attached to everything, not just tarot or playing cards, but everything that you purchase and bring into your home has energy attached to it. So make sure you knock on it, shake it off. And another way is through smoke. So if you like to burn incense, You burn sage, Palo Santo sticks, incense, whatever. You take your, they want me to show you. So I have this Palo Santo stick. I love the smell of this. It's one of my favorites that I use. So I'm just burning it so where it starts smoking. And then I take my deck, and smoke is cleansing and clearing. The burning away of old energy, bad energy. So that's how you can clean your playing card deck, because if you play cards with your friends, their energies are on that deck. Your family, you have a husband, a wife, kids, so you want to cleanse and clear all the energy off your deck of playing cards. Knock, smoke, whatever. You can even blow on it. And with intent. In Christos consciousness, I cleanse and clear my deck so I may connect and receive my messages from the Holy Most High. So you can get your messages that you need to hear. And you shuffle your deck, and whatever question it is that you're pondering or you want an answer to, think of that question like you saw me as I was shuffling. I'm like, what does pile 2 viewers need to let go? I'm setting the intention of what I want these cards to tell pile 2 viewers. So if someone who is a pile 4 viewer and they were not drawn to the clothespin or the visualization of this card, that's why we put cards out, sometimes face down. Are you drawn to this visually? That's your spirit guides nudging you, like, pick that deck because there's going to be a message for you because you were drawn to how you liked the pattern of this. Or you were drawn because you like horses. Or you were drawn to this deck because you recently saw a horse that looked just like this. You're like, oh my God, I just saw that in a TV commercial 2 days ago. That's them, your spirit guides, your support team, signaling to you, this is your message. We gave you a little clue. We gave you a hint a few days ago. Nothing is coincidence. Everything is synchronicity. So pay attention when you see things over and over repeated, and it could be numbers, it could be visualizations, it could be a word, a conversation about a topic. If you're finding patterns of repeating, well, I'm really all over the board here. I'm sorry, 2 viewers. If you're really all hearing repeatedness, look it up, research what that is, because that is spirit trying to tell you something. If you've had a random conversation with someone about frogs, and then 3 days later you see a frog, Google the spiritual meaning of a frog. Look it up. In your case, maybe a black horse. Because look, oh my, see. So they want me to point out here now. Look at this unicorn. That's a black unicorn. Look at this. This is a black horse. And they're both in the same direction. These are 2 separate different decks. 2 separate human beings created this deck. But these 2 cards are synchronistically connected for you to receive your message. Confirmation. One's confirming the other. And what's interesting is, I was going to put this out on my table here. Like, I have crystals and things, but like I was going to put my ankh out, and I didn't. And now they're showing me I should have, because here's an ankh right here. So even for me, they're like, trust your intuition, don't question it, go with it. So I'm gonna put this here because it should have been here for you. Because maybe some of you have been seeing ankhs lately. And by me not putting it here, it's not gonna be the confirmation for you. So I almost didn't do that for you. So I apologize, pile 2 viewers. But yeah, see, there's the ankh right there. But again, now I'm going back to the 2 black unicorn, black horse. They look very similar. Like, the hair is glowing and looks like a unicorn horn. One of them. Looks like it, the way that it is, right? Because on horses, wouldn't the hair be flowing that way? Wouldn't, what is it, a mane? It's called a mane, right, on a horse? Wouldn't their hair be flowing that way? But look, it's flowing forward. So it looks like a unicorn horn. Even though this is not a unicorn, it looks like a unicorn horn. And there's your unicorn. So it's all so fascinating to me how everything is intrinsically connected. So don't brush things off. Don't, this woman has the blindfolds on. You know, like you're not seeing, and swords represent truth. And you're not seeing the truth that's right in front of you. Okay. So anyway, getting back to the playing card deck. Shuffle, ask your question. What do you want an answer to? And then whatever cards fall out, if too many fall out, pick them all back up and be specific. Say, just give me 2 or 3 cards. And then when they fall out, Google what those meanings are. What does a 7 of clubs mean? Clubs are wands. So what is a 7 of wands? And look it up. We have access to so much information on Google and the internet. So you can decipher your own message, and they're personal to you. So if you don't want to like get a tarot deck because you feel that that's you're not able, but here, where is it? It says access your gifts. I feel like maybe you know, you're ready for a tarot deck, but practice with just a regular plain deck of cards. Just clear the energy, set your intention of what the answers you want, and you'll get your answers. Because that's how God wants to communicate with you. If you can't clairaudiently, meaning hear, if you're not trusting the voices, and it's sad. Well, I'm sorry, Pile 2 viewers. They're really having me digress in this reading for you, but someone needs to hear this. It's sad that society has labeled people who hear voices in their head as crazy. Yes, it's true. There are dark entities out there and darkness, and those voices we do not want to listen to. However, you stand up and say, in Christos consciousness, in Christ Jesus, speak to me of the Holy Most High, and let me hear what is for my greatest and highest good. And you state, every day you should state, I am love, I am light, and I am loved. You are of light. So the voice, when you are of light, and you've stated that only the Holy Most High, and they don't want me to digress too much into that, but you claim that you are of light, and only light may speak to you. Then the voice that you hear in your head, which will sound like your own voice, that's your intuition, and you have to trust that and know what you're hearing is true. And know you're not crazy for hearing voices in your head. How else would Father God communicate to us? He's not going to send us a letter in the mail. And society has deemed this as devil's work, which it is total malarkey. These were all created in light, so we may receive God's word. So we can receive the messages we need to hear, since we're not hearing them in our own head. We're not trusting yet. Or we haven't staked claim that we are of light. You have the power to receive your messages directly from source. It says access your gifts, explore your treasure chest, accept who you truly are. Put that crown on with pride. You are loved. Like, I am light, I am love, and I am loved. You are so loved by God. You have been feeling the Five of Pentacles. It speaks of, which would be Five of Diamonds, speaks of feeling left out. Sorry, I had my camera glitched out for a moment. So I'm gonna leave it, everything that I just said, let's leave it there where it is. Maybe you've been seeing some angst and synchronicities or other things. So I feel like I've digressed a lot. If you are interested, I do have some tarot decks that I have for sale, so you can comment in this video, and I will reach out to, and we can discuss that if there's, you'd be interested in purchasing a tarot deck. So okay, back to pile 2 view readers. I feel like my energy is like this because all that we just discussed. So we were talking about love and self-love, and that you need to stop comparing yourself to others, right? And then, so what you need to let go of, release, is to surrender. You need to surrender comparison with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Remember, your body is a temple, and you are of love and light. And what's interesting to me is that you're not seeing this. You have a choice to either self-love or not view yourself. And the Knight of Cups is confirming that. Like, a new love is being offered to you, or love is being offered to you, but you're not seeing your own true value or worth. And that's clarified here with the King of Swords. Like in this, what's interesting in this deck, it's the sword is in the stone, and he's standing there getting ready to pull the sword out of the stone. And remember, I think that was King Arthur. Everyone attempted to pull that sword out and no one could, only he could. And that's where I feel like you're not seeing that you are able to pull that sword out. And as I had said earlier, peaches are the fruit of immortality. And peaches reflect happiness in all areas of our life. And your peaches are covered in flies. So they're not and if you look on this deck, the peaches aren't on the ground. They're still on the branches. They're still growing and thriving. It's just how you view yourself. You're not happy in all areas of your life. But the Tower card, it speaks of revelation. So this is your message. This Tower moment, like what comes crashing down, is you need to realize your own empress that you are, right? You are abundant and creative. You are being offered love. And the Fool card speaks of new beginning. So this revelation is you now seeing you're beginning to seeing your self-worth, your self-value, your love. And that's a decision. The Two of Pentacles speaks of balance and decisions. And that's why I feel like this Scales card is not about justice or documents. So I'm interpreting it. I'm looking not at the words, but at what this is. Balance. It's not balanced. See, this right now, the scales are unbalanced. One is higher than the other. Very slightly, but one is higher than the other. It's askew. You see that? It's a little bit askew. Because you're not seeing who you truly are. You are an empress. The Three of Wands speaks of action, and the Six of Pentacles speaks of opportunity and inheritance. So you need to heal your heart. You need to stop looking at other people and see your worth, your value. Get rid of these flies. Pull that sword from the stone. Put your crown on. So the number 10, access your gifts. Explore your treasure chest, accept who you truly are. You have been on a long soul journey through many lives on other planets and in different universes. During these experiences, your soul has gathered wisdom, knowledge, skills, and gifts. These may include oratory, creativity, healing, and the ability to deal with people, an understanding of crystals, herbs, sacred geometry, music, or mathematics, the ability to communicate with different species, or many other talents. There is a vast range of possibilities. Wow. So it's interesting where they're now bringing me back to where I said you're not crazy. You don't have voices in your head. So for some of you, maybe you've felt that you're crazy because you can communicate with other things, with animals, with creatures. Like maybe you have been seeing unicorns, like literally. And I laugh because I know how crazy that sounds, but they're here to help us. All right, let me not digress again. There's a vast range of possibilities. Now your unicorn is suggesting that you examine all that you are good at and give yourself credit for everything you have already developed. Right. Stand up in pride and put that crown on. These skills are your treasures. The higher qualities you have accumulated are also valuable. Now I'm getting the hiccups, so some of you are scared to speak up your truth. Receiving this card suggests that you are not fully utilizing your assets at the moment and may have some that you have not yet accessed. And that's why they're saying, pull that sword from the stone. It is time you recognize your worth and learn who you truly are. Your unicorn guidance is to look honestly and without undue modesty at your accomplishments and aptitudes. Right? In this case, stand up in pride, because you're not being prideful in a sinful way. Accept your magnificent self. When you do this, you can expect gifts, qualities, and even new aspects that have been hidden until now till you come forward to assist you on your journey. Right, so you have to take action. Take action and pull that sword, and then you'll inherit all that you have. Remember that you are an awesome divine being, wonderful beyond your imaginings. And it speaks of exploring your talents, so take a deep breath and relax. Hearing, take a deep breath and pull that sword. And something you might want to look into is this symbol. This is a trilogy symbol. Look up, Google that symbol and see what that represents for you. Be aware of your treasure chest. Notice how big it is. Is it open, closed, or locked? So this looks like a cello, a blue rose, and lavender. And I can't tell if that's a crown or a castle. Let's see. Let me try and get this. See? Blue rose, lavender, Can't tell if that's a castle or a crown, but take what it resonates for you. And a dragonfly. Okay? Is your treasure chest open, closed, or locked? If it's locked, your unicorn is holding the key. So unlock it. Lift the lid and look inside. The compartment has not yet been opened. How big is it? Open it. Ask your unicorn to shine its light into it. Remember that each time you do this, more of your inner gifts will be revealed. And this was number 33. You're healing your heart. That's right. So by healing your heart, you have to remember that you are love. Honor your sacred temple. Don't compare yourself to others. And say, I am a magnificent being. Now, the Seek Inspiration, which was the main focus of this reading. According to legend, when Pegasus was a young colt, Athena took him to the Isle of the Muses, who then raised and loved him. In his excitement upon his arrival, Pegasus struck the earth with his hooves. A spring flowed forth from where his hooves landed. These springs were said to be a source of inspiration and sacred to the Muses. There are times when we find ourselves without inspiration. We lose direction and need help to find our way. In these moments, there are many things we can do to find inspiration. A walk in the woods, meditation, listening to music, all can help to clear the mind. Guidance from a role model or mentor can also help, as can brainstorming with a friend. Inspiration can also find us in the form of synchronicity. And oh my God, didn't I just go on a whole tirade about that? Again, the cards don't lie. Synchronicity, random and seemingly unrelated occurrences that feel like they are connected. For example, if you find a feather while out taking photos of birds, you pick it up and take it home, placing it on the table. You then open the book you were reading earlier, and one of the first words you see written on the page is feather. You brush it aside as a coincidence until you meet a friend the next day and they mention a local ornithology workshop they are attending and ask you to come. You attend and find yourself inspired to take your interest in birds further. You want to learn more, and so you apply for more formal and intensive courses. Seek inspiration, and what you seek will find you. So, okay, so that was reading from the book for this card, right? For this card. Everything that I spoke, that I paused your reading and went off on, was channeled message from source for you about synchronicities. Nothing's coincidence. And I even said a conversation with someone, and the next day, then a few days later you see something. And me telling you, research it, access those gifts. In the book it said feather. I think I said frog. So again, this is not the devil's work. I was clearly channeling from source for you to hear that message, because literally that book said the exact same thing that I just said, but using a different example. Right? You can't make this stuff up. So, pile 2 viewers. You need to, this is what's shown to you, your messages. You've been very unhappy in your life. You've been comparing yourself to others, and you've not known what your true gifts are. You are a magnificent being. And oh my gosh, even the Knight of Cups, look, the horse's mane is flowing forward. And Peg, oh my God. So for you, pile 2 viewers, okay. So I just read this card and it spoke about Pegasus putting his hooves on the ground and a stream formed. Hello, do you see that? That horse has his hooves on the ground and there's a stream. I feel like I've just dropped the mic. I mean, like, whew. Pile 2 viewers, you are a truly magnificent being. Honor yourself, love yourself, trust, clear away any negative thought and allow truth to be, that revelation of this new beginning. Balance the scales of your worthiness, and your abundance and creativity will come in. You will inherit that, but you have to take the action. You have to call upon your unicorn to shine light and access your gifts. I mean, this clearly, like these 3 cards. Look at this. I mean, he's not black, he's white here, but look. Get these flies off your peaches. Eat the fruit of immortality, because you are a magnificent being. Okay, I'm exhausted. Woo, this was, and it's interesting, not like, I'm not drained energetically, but like I'm so wired, my hands, I don't know if you've noticed throughout the reading, my hands were shaking. Like the energy is wired, like so, whew, I can't even put it into words, but I'm so wired with energy right now and it's a good energy. Like, I can't even find any more words. Put your crown on, girl. And I'm just saying girl, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. Put your crown on, whether you're a queen or a king, but Empress energy is coming through here. So I'm going to say, girl, put your crown on. Summon your divine masculine energy to pull that sword from the stone. Do some research. Maybe since Ankh came up, maybe do some research and learn about what this is, as well as this symbol. I think this is an Irish symbol, if I remember correctly. But that is what I have for you, pile 2 viewers. I hoped it helped. If it did, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, your energy gets shared in this channel, and more readings will be more specific to you. But hey, do some readings for yourself. Go get out that deck of cards you have. Cleanse it, clear it, set your intention, and get your own answers. You will be amazed, is what I hear. But if you don't have a tarot deck and you'd like one, message me and we can arrange something. In the description box below is how you can help support my channel. Aside from liking and subscribing, even putting a comment in helps the algorithm of my channel, so more people can see these readings, which helps me. If you'd like to donate a deck or make a donation, all that is in the description box below. And I truly appreciate you sharing your time and energy with me, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and light. Hey, pile 3 viewers, you selected the red binder clip and set it free. All right, let's get the rest of your cards. Pile 3 viewers, what do they need to release, let go, and surrender? Pile 3 viewers, what do they need to release, let go, and surrender? We have 1 card, please. What does pile 3 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? Thank you. 1 card, please. Okay. That was weird how it felt in my hand. I want it to bend. So we'll see if that has anything to do with anything. Pile 3 viewers, what do they need to release? Oh, that's too many. Can you just have 1 card, please? What do they need to release, let go, and surrender? Thank you. Pile 3 viewers. What do you need to release, let go, and surrender? Pile 3 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender. Which one? This one? Okay, what does pile 3 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? Can we have a couple of cards, please? What does pile 3 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? That's too many. Too many. Can we just have a couple cards, please? What does pile 3 viewers need to release? Thank you. Pile 3 viewers. What do they need to release? Let go. Oh, that was fast. Okay. And pile 3 viewers. Do they need to release, let go, and surrender? 3 viewers. All right, we just need a few, please. 3 viewers. One, two, three. More. No? Okay, that's it. All right, so let's see what we have for you, pile 3 viewers. We have I and B protection. We have the 7 of fire. We have 1, your personal unicorn. Bathe in pure love. Stay open to unicorn magic. It's interesting. It's very similar coloring here on these 2 cards. We have be, feel, receive abundance. All that your desire is achievable, number 40. And surrender to the magic of who you are. There's a white horse back there. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being. You are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. Yeah, these are definitely all connected, all the same colors. Okay. Then we have the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. The Ace of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Strength card. Okay. What does pile 3 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? So your first card was the Set It Free. We all have our dreams and personal aspirations. What we don't all possess is the courage to set those dreams free to see if we can make them a reality. What's holding you back? Are you afraid of being judged and laughed at? Or are you scared of how you will feel or be regarded if you try and fail? Beautiful soul, don't waste any more time on fictional fears. Fears with no foundation. Life is too short to allow them to become obstacles in your path to happiness. It is time to put your fears and doubts aside. Set your intention, voice your desires, even if only in your own hearing, and set your dream free. Set it free and allow it to fly on silent wings to great heights and come back to you when it's time for your dreams to manifest. Understand that this moment is a beginning. This is your opportunity to set your intentions and make a wish. But it is also a promise that you will do more than just wish. It is time for you to make a commitment and dedicate yourself to what may become an amazing personal quest that teaches you some life-changing lessons along the way. So this surrender to the magic of who you are, whatever this big dream is, you've been hiding it, protecting it, because you're afraid of the envy that people will view towards you. This Six of Swords came out in reverse. So you've been fearful of traveling, taking this journey, and setting this dream free because you feel like this Eight of Wands energy, that all these people will come after you, trying to take it from you, or so this Ace of Wands, like, you've been given this great passion. Whatever this dream is that you have has truly been inspired by Source, by God. I'm sorry, the glare on the light in here. I'm moving over here. This dream that you have is a gift from God that needs to be spread across the land. Like, do you see the mountains? And that this needs to be spread across the land. But you've been carrying this by not fulfilling this dream. You've been carrying this burden. This Ten of Swords is a burden. Like, it's just keeping you suffering. And you're holding your head in your hands. Like, you holding back. All right, they want me to jump to this card right now because the colors, it's very similar here, where you've got this bowl of flame, like this bowl of flame with this idea, this dream coming up out of it. And here's the bowl with the lotus flower representing the dream. And you, all right, so the Seven of Fire. Heed your intuition. Only you know the answer. Look beyond the surface. Discovery. Trust is what's coming. Like, you need to trust that this gift this dream, this idea that you have, you don't protect it anymore. Don't hide what it is anymore. Doing that is only leaving you in this burdensome energy, and you not going forward, taking that journey, is out of the fear of, and people will be envious and fight you for it or try and steal it from you. This idea, this dream has been given to you by God because it is supposed to be global. It's supposed to go across the universe. I feel like there's this same eye here, right? This is what's hovering up, like this, you protecting this out of fear of the envy that will come is why you're still just hovering over this rather than releasing it. This card shows me it's time to release it to the world. It must, they're showing me, okay, so they're showing me, how do I want to work? So right now we're currently at the tail end of a air quality warning here because of the wildfires in Canada. And I've been saying that the smoke from where I'm located in the tri-state area, it's dissipated. Like, it's not like we're right next to the fires, where I can't even imagine if you lived up at the top of Maine what the kind of smoke you're dealing with. But what we have here, to me, just seems like incense burning. It smells like a campfire. It smells wonderful. I love it. And they're showing me how, like, this fire that's causing all this smoke to cover the lands is something that has to happen. It has to take place. It's a cleansing. It's a clearing. It's necessary. It has purpose. And whatever dream you have that you're sitting on is something that must wash across the lands. Okay. Your personal unicorn. Your unicorn journey starts when you reconnect with your own personal unicorn. At a soul level, you have known this beautiful being for eons, and it is overjoyed to meet you again. Each time you receive this card, you form a closer bond. Your unicorn is the purest of the pure, and when it is near you, magic and miracles can happen. It guides you on your path to enlightenment and ascension, helping you to see your life and the world from a higher and broader perspective. See, like this card, you're looking down on the earth, like you're way up high looking down on the mountains. This card is a reminder to invoke your own beloved unicorn. When you do so, it surrounds you in its shimmering diamond white light, purifying you at every level and raising your frequency, and touches your heart with its horn of light to bring you love and joy. It can also give you healing right down to a cellular level. When it pours wisdom and information into your third eye, in the middle of your forehead, it transmutes thought patterns that no longer serve you and helps you develop your psychic and spiritual gifts. See, whatever it is that you're supposed to share with us, that is a gift, spiritual gift that must be shared. As you connect more deeply with your unicorn, it enables you to find soul satisfaction. As you read this card, a blessing is coming to you from your unicorn that can light up your life. Yep. These are all flames here on this. It's like a chalice. Connect more deeply to your personal unicorn. Find a place where you can be quiet. Close your eyes and breathe pure white light into your aura. Sense or see a magnificent white horse radiating a horn of spiraling light in front of you. Reach out and stroke it. It bends its head and touches your heart with its horn of light. Feel your heart blazing with love. Now it touches your third eye. Sense the light pouring in. It may have a message for you. Relax and listen. And thank your unicorn for coming to you. The affirmation is, my unicorn is with me. So clearly, calling upon your unicorn will bring you peace and love, but it's also going to unlock in you whatever wisdom that you need to share with the world. There's a white owl and a white dove, and so birds bring messages, but owls represent wisdom and knowledge. So you connecting with your personal unicorn, bathing in that pure love, will give you the strength and knowledge that you need to release whatever you're supposed to release over the world. Whatever you're supposed to be sharing with us, you must do that now. It's time to set it free, what that dream is. You are a magical being. And your uniqueness is, it's time now. We are in the time of ascension. So don't let this fear dictate. Don't be in this energy. Be, feel, receive abundance. All that you desire is achievable. Number 40. So here, where I said that whatever you're supposed to release globally, I'm getting galactically. It's something that must emanate. So now they're showing me like this is Earth, right? So not only what you need to set free, whatever this dream is that you have that you're supposed to share with us is going to emanate out galactically. It's going to wash over the galactics, the whole universe. So the Three of Swords was the first card that popped out from this deck, and it's the obstacles. Too many obstacles. You need to, like, that pure love, this burden and this protection that is literally piercing your own heart. Those obstacles are preventing that pure love emanating from you. And here's the Ace of Cups. Speaks of love. Again, here's another, like, see, what's also interesting to me is here your hand is out, right? Because you're petting the unicorn. Your hand is out. You're releasing whatever this dream is. Your hand is out. And this new beginning, whatever you're supposed to be spreading to us, will bring love and new beginnings to all. And even this, it's a hand holding this. So you are supposed to release it, whatever that is. And the Strength card. You're strong enough to overcome this fear, because you're not doing it alone. Okay? That is what I have for you, pile 3 viewers. Whatever this dream is that you have, the world needs it now. Okay, so connect with your personal unicorn. Surrender to who you truly are, because what you need to do is a universal, not local. Okay? Please click the like button if this helped. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please feel free to leave a comment. Putting your energy into my channel will help future readings resonate more with you. If this didn't resonate with you, it's a general reading. Maybe pick a different pile, or maybe this reading wasn't meant for you, and that's okay. I have plenty of other pick a pile on the channel. You can check out the playlist. In the description box below is all the information you need to know about the decks I've used, how you can contact me for a personal reading, and ways you can support the channel. I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and light. Hey, Pile 4 viewers. You selected Stand Up and Fight. And I didn't even realize it when I was assigning the things, but this guy's standing up. Like, he literally stands up when you put him up. So this clip, he's standing up. That's so funny. At least it's funny to me how synchronicity. So stand up and fight. Let's get the rest of your cards. Pile 4 viewers. What do you need to release, let go, and surrender? Thank you. What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? Viewers, what do they need to release, let go, and surrender? Thank you. What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? Thank you. Oh, I have 3 cards there, right? What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? I have 1 card, please. This one, okay. What does Pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? For viewers, what do they need to release, let go, and surrender? 1, 2, 3. couple more. What does pile 4 viewers need to release, let go, and surrender? Okay. All right. All right, let me just adjust the camera here a little bit. Pile 4 viewers. We have Moose, Acceptance, Eccentric. You might want to take a good look at this one. Okay. It's safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. Number 41. And what's interesting is I just noticed here you've got, you are surrounded by fish and a fox and a bear and a horse and a cougar and a wolf, spider, but like you're completely surrounded by lots of stuff there. Okay. Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Number 10, access your gifts. This came out in another pile too. And we have number 10. It's interesting. I feel like this is resonating out of that lantern. So we have the Page of Swords, the 6 of Swords, the 5 of Swords in reverse, the 7 of Cups, the Hanged Man in reverse, the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, the Justice in reverse, the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Wow. All right, we've got all these kings here. All right, what you need to release, let go, and surrender. Stand up and fight. Let's start with that one, because your guy was standing up. Sometimes we experience moments when we see a situation as being unfair, when we feel dismissed, unheard, disrespected, or oppressed. It is essential that we all learn to recognize injustice and speak out against it. If this is the case in your present, then it is time for you to stand up and be more assertive. It is time to fight, to speak up, demand a just and equitable outcome. There are also times when we fight for the wrong reasons. We find ourselves triggered by an opinion or action, reacting first and thinking second. We overreact, and see personal attack or disrespect where none exists. We all have triggers, and sometimes those triggers will be with us for our entire lives. But if we learn what our triggers are and are more mindful of how they make us behave, they can have less influence. Sometimes we have to make a conscious effort to dull our blades instead of sharpening them. Learn to recognize your triggers. What sort of treatment or language makes you feel afraid, angry, and reactive? There are also circumstances when the best way to fight is by doing nothing. Be careful not to waste your time and energy fighting a battle that will not bring the change you need or serves only to make an attacker feel more empowered. Instead, bide your time. Remember that your own feelings, nor do you require anyone's validation. Right? Acceptance. You don't need anybody else's acceptance. It's safe to let go. You're surrounded by love. Right? You're surrounded by God's love and your whole spiritual guide and team and support. You don't need anyone else's acceptance because you are accepted by the one and only, the Holy Most High. That's the most important one. You want to be accepted in God's eyes. What's interesting is the candle just burnt out when I said that. So, and as I was reading, surrender your belief in scarcity. So what you need, what you need to extinguish is this belief of you need to be accepted by people, you have this belief in scarcity. You need to let go because you are surrounded by love. So the Hanged Man is a card about looking at things from a different perspective, but yours came out in the reverse. So that this is where what you need to release and let go of, that this lack of. The Unicorn card speaks of accessing your treasure chest. You need to accept who you truly are. So this acceptance, you need to change your perspective of looking at it. It's not that you need to have other people be accepted by other people. You need to accept yourself. You need to stand up in the truth of who you truly are. Right? Here's this person standing up in front of this cauldron. It's interesting because the Seven of Cups talks about choices. And you standing up and fighting is, you need to make a choice. Are you going to continue being in this belief of scarcity and lack? This reminds me of the Hermit card. But I know that in this deck, it's wisdom, which is, you go into isolation to get clarity on things. Knowledge, understanding, awareness, illumination. You are here to become wise. Knowledge does not make you wise. Wisdom is learning from one's mistakes. It's time to break a cycle. Wisdom is loving the whole. Know and love your shadow. So your eccentricity, as this card says eccentric, this moose energy, you feel that this dark shadow side of you, this eccentric side of you is not lovable, is not something that can be shown. But this dark side of you, you need to know and love your shadow side. You have unlimited potential. And that's why I feel like this unicorn is a black unicorn. It's a dark unicorn. It's the shadow side. Page of Swords brings them, is a messenger. It brings a message that it's time See, what's interesting is it's time to set forth on this journey. They're getting in the boat and heading to better lands. This message, it's time for you to move, is breaking these chains. These Five of Swords, he's all chained up, and there's a sword in his throat, so he can't speak, but this came in the reverse. So it's time for you to stand up, fight, speak your truth. That's the message. That's just what you need to let go and surrender and release, is acceptance of your shadow side. That's this eccentric side of you. The King of Wands, worldly. The King of Pentacles, logical. The King of Cups, strong and psychic. The Page of Cups, it's the right path. This is the right path. And the Justice in reverse is, so justice is truth and balance, but it came out in the reverse. Right? So you're not seeing the truth in all that you are. This shadow side of you is worldly, inspiring. You've got three kings. I mean, one more king and you're the emperor, right? So this shadow side is three kings. It's not something to be scared of or ashamed of. You really need to change that. We all have shadow side, and our shadow, so if we are God, a piece of God, and we all have purpose, our light side has purpose, and our shadow side has purpose, and it's safe to let go. So there is steps for you, unicorn, to help you, and they want me to read that to you, pile 4 viewer. So you're going to call upon. You've been on a long soul journey through many lives on other planets and in different universes. That's why you feel so scarce on Earth, because your shadow side in society's not something that's recognized as a gift. During these experiences, your soul has gathered wisdom, knowledge, skills, and gifts. Yep. These may include oratory, and that's why you've not been utilizing your gifts. That's why this wolf has the sword down his throat. He's not been speaking his truth. Healing, the ability to deal with people, an understanding of crystals and herbs and sacred geometry, music and mathematics, the ability to communicate with different species. See, that's another thing. Like, you are surrounded by all, like, so this card is not the card I'm reading from. I'm reading the unicorn card, but look at you. You're surrounded by all these different species of animals that you can communicate with. So is that something that's really you've been tight-lipped about? You feel like you've been feeling, wow, this eccentric is a polite word that you haven't even you haven't even acknowledged that you can communicate with animals and insects and like all things. But this shadow side of you is a good quality to have. The higher qualities you have accumulated are all so valuable. Receiving this card suggests that you are not fully, now I'm talking about this card. Receiving this card suggests that you are not fully utilizing your assets, which is the shadow side of you. It's time to recognize your worth and learn who you truly are. So your unicorn guidance is to look honestly and without undue modesty at your accomplishments and aptitudes. Accept your magnificent self. When you do this, you can expect your gifts, qualities, and even new aspects that have been hidden until now to come forward to assist you on your journey. Remember that you are an awesome divine being, wonderful beyond your imaginings. Don't look at yourself like a moose. All right, so it says explore your talents. And it's interesting because I'm reading from this card, but it keeps bringing me back to this card. Take a deep breath and relax. Be aware of a treasure chest. Notice how big it is. Is your chest open, closed, or locked? If it's locked, your unicorn is holding the key, so unlock it. Lift the lid and look inside. There's a compartment that's not yet been opened. How big is it? Open it. Ask your unicorn to shine its light into it. Remember, each time you do this, more of your inner gifts will be revealed. And I want you to repeat after me, Pile 4 viewer. I am a magnificent being. By you speaking your truth, it will bring your life into balance. By you speaking your truth and harnessing your, and I'm going to call them gifts, but harnessing your eccentric capabilities. I don't have this. Utilize it. It's safe to let go. So this is what you need to release, let go, and surrender. The truth. You have a choice to make. Take that sword out of your throat so you can bring a message to all and help this world, because you're needed, you're necessary, you have purpose here. It's safe to let go and let us see your shadow side. That's what I have for you, Pile 4 viewers. I hope that helped. If it did, please click the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, why not? It's free. Just click on the subscribe button. It truly does help out my channel. If you'd like to help in other ways, I have those listed in the description box below, as well as the decks I've used and how you can contact me for a personal reading. I do offer spiritual guidance and mentoring in addition to messages that you need to hear. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and light.